Y'all, it's Frank Oliver in the house, the doctor of love. Love doctor.
The love doctor. What's up, love doctor?
I'm over here to love. I'm trying to tell you, trying to love on you.
Love doctor. All right.
Come on.
Well, let's go ahead, T.
Hi, this is T. You know, my spiel, just an advocate. That's what I do. Advocate for anybody. Somebody bullying you, let me know. I'll beat them up for you.
Well, why you didn't do nothing for me when they was all bullying me before the show started? I thought you said you was a...
It looked like you could handle it. You look like you could handle it.
I can.
Oh, okay.
I can.
Boom.
You look
I
like
can.
you was doing a very good job. You
I
did not let
can.
them at all.
I can. And tonight's topic, is relationship boot camp to boot thing.
Boo thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this gentleman, Derek, right?
Yeah.
Go and explain this topic because
Okay. Well,
men got a different perspective from women in this.
not
little
necessarily.
thing.
Not necessarily.
I don't know. Let's see.
See, that's the thing. It's the universal. Because, boot camp is when you meet somebody, you in boot camp and training in the Army. Everybody go, male and female. They got to go in there and understand what the game is, what the criteria is in the Army. You got to do all that first before you can graduate to a boot thing. Boot thing is friends with benefits because we established that we got
Friends with benefits.
So you gotta be. So wait a minute. So it's women out here that's actually going from boot camp to boot thing. They not just
You don't
starting
see-
off at boot thing. I mean,
No, they starting off
who
at
wants
trying to
to
be
be-
somebody's man and woman, and they missing all that. They starting out going straight past all that.
so
Okay.
again, that's why I said it's different from us. Because if anything, you just a boo. I mean,
Okay, so yeah, I was thinking that boot thing was
Come on.
when you going through boot camp, you are going through processes of relationships. So that means, okay, you could go through the meeting stage, the dating stage, the trying to get to know each other stage within dating. And then you go to a point where you are entering a relationship. But friends with benefits is the boot thing?
Well, see,
Yeah, I'm good.
well, the
yeah.
benefits ain't necessarily sex. Benefits
Talking
is-
to your mic,
the
talking to your
benefits
mic.
is not necessarily, sex. You're right. You get to know each other and all that in the boot camp phase. Then once you acquire that, at that point, then you decide, okay, we friends or we whatever associates, whatever we call ourselves, we close, we hanging out, we doing things.
Okay, so the boot camp, going through the boot camp determines if you make it or not. You
Yeah,
might not make the cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see,
you might
boot-
get cut.
Man, y'all dudes ain't doing that. Knock
The
it
boot
off.
camp is, I'm a gentleman, so I'm gonna pay for your date. But do I pay for your second and third? It's gonna be the quest. That's the benefit.
That's the
It
quest.
ain't
or the
always
question?
about that. That's your question. It's gonna be that's the question. Is are you nice? Are you respectful?
You gonna pick up
Do
a
you have
check?
conversation?
You gonna pick up a check? You gonna treat me on the equal scale as I treat you? We need to find that stuff out in the boot camp phase. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I just find all that out. Because me just taking you on all the dates and doing all that, and then
I'm on a date with you, you always looking at your phone and you're not paying attention. You're not engaged. We got a problem.
But are you keeping the individual engaged? So it is a problem because 9 times out of 10, if a woman is on a date with you and she's on her phone, she's not interested.
I never had that problem. But,
Okay, but I'm just saying 9 times. That's why I said 9 times out of 10.
No, some of y'all are addicted to your phones.
But that's another thing.
Not
I said.
necessarily.
Yeah, most of them are. It's not about they
I
not interested
disagree.
in you.
I disagree with that. I mean, if a woman is into you,
Okay, but now we're gonna go to if a woman is into this and a woman's into that. First, we got to break down what the criteria of a woman is.
Oh, okay.
And
So what's the
within
criteria?
within
Okay.
boot camp, right?
What is
Let's
the
go, baby.
criteria of a woman
within boot
in
camp?
Okay,
right?
boot
within
camp to
boot
boot
camp-
thing? I mean, who
Okay.
even want? I mean, I don't know. I'm just so confused at that topic.
Okay, so in the
It
boot
just
camp,
don't
in the
make
boot camp
sense.
phases, I'm gonna
Boot
observe your
What's the
action.
other
You're gonna
thing?
observe my action, and it's gonna determine whether you a girl, a female, or a woman. It's gonna determine as you deal with me in the boot camp phase. It's gonna let you know whether I'm a male, a boy, or a man.
Oh,
Okay, and so these type of things you're gonna find out in the interaction with them when you meet them in the boot camp. A woman on her phone, even though she's not interested in you, she's gonna be respectful enough not to do that. That lets me know she has woman characteristics. If she on her phone and she's doing all that, then that's a little girl or female.
Cause she interested in eating that steak at
Eating that
Maestro
steak.
while
Y'all
paying
go
for
with
it.
that
She
Maestro.
interested in that.
Y'all got a
Let's-
serious issue
Let's
with
go.
this Maestro thing. I mean,
let's-
what's
You ain't been there?
First of all, I not take myself there.
Okay.
So my thing is, what is y'all issue with that? I mean, this comes
Whose
up
issue,
all
y'all?
the time. I won't put you,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's been on the show a couple of times, and
I
this
just use
Maestro
Maestros
always
because you're in
come
LA.
up.
But you're Maestros in LA.
mean, but why
How
does
many
that
people?
always have to
Well,
be-
let's just talk about it.
Let's talk about it,
let's
'cause
talk
I
about
mean,
it.
if you can't-
if you
okay.
go eat at Maestros, what is Maestros? About every time I went over there, it's been $300.
Absolutely. I
Now
mean,
you talking
when
about
go-
$300? You
I
talking about
mean-
$300, and I'll go out with you. What, twice a week? That's $600.
That is twice a week. But who
$600?
choice is that to go? You can break that barrier. I mean, you don't necessarily have to take that person.
But you just
there.
say you take yourself
I
there every day.
I didn't say I take myself
I mean, you
there
take
every day.
yourself all
I
the
did
time.
not say
Take
that. Come
yourself
on, knock that off. I used to live right around the corner from there. You absolutely right.
But
I
you
used
go
to
there,
walk
though.
there,
That's
and
your
I used
standard.
to eat. It is.
That's your standard.
That's my standard.
So I'm
that
gonna
I
take
take
you to your
myself there.
standard.
Not necessarily. Okay, this is where men fall off at.
Wait.
This is hold on. Let me just speak
Uh-oh.
because we're talking right there
yeah.
on we're on this date thing. Since this is my thing, this is what males do now.
And you so
I want to take you out to dinner, right? But they don't have a plan. They don't have nothing out. They like, oh, but you can go ahead and pick the place. So if you putting that in the lap of a female, of course she gonna pick somewhere that she like. But if the man, not the little boy, or what was the other phrase that you used?
A male.
A male. Okay, so if not the little boy or the male, but a man, if you're asking a woman on a date, you should already have that lined up anyway. You should be like,
You can pick the
if
place.
you ask, right, if you
Okay.
ask her, can I take you out on Saturday? And she says yes. The job of the man is to then go and find the place, the time, and everything, because she's already
Wait.
made herself available. Hold on, she's already made herself available for you.
But you missed-
But what?
you
Hold
missed the-
on.
but
Let
you
me
missed the
finish.
point of what we're
But
talking about.
No, I have not.
Yeah, 'cause you angry.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry. But y'all wanted me to get energy, right? So I'm bringing
Come on.
it.
Well, you got
so
PMS
what
energy,
I'm
but that's-
saying is, when men ask a woman out on a date, they don't plan all of that. So then they leave it in
Who
her
don't?
hands.
Wait.
I'm saying,
Okay.
but see, that's where y'all missing it at.
ahead.
Majority
So-
of
You
what
keep
the
saying
women
men.
is.
Wait, let me
That's
ask
what women
this.
are running
let her go.
into.
She
That's
gotta
what
get it
women
out.
are running into. They are running into the guy not planning.
Right.
So if he's not planning, then of course she gonna say, "I want to go to Maestro's or Roof Chris."
But
or
go
Fleming's
to
or
Ruth
whatnot."
Chris. Go to Ruth Chris.
Okay.
But I'm saying it's rude if that dude if that dude to you is not interesting, whatever. That's still rude on the date to get on your phone when yet he's paying for the date.
And
That's
not,
what I'm saying.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. I
Oh,
think
that's
it's
all.
rude as well.
Well,
I
I
don't
have-
even
I
think you
have a
should go on a date
question.
with him if you're
I
not
ha-
interested.
I have a question about, like, we're talking about the planning and how we go about on a date. So when you're first in boot camp, because of course once you get into, I'm guessing once you get into boot thing is where you come into the commonality of, I kind of know this person, so I'll ask this person, you know, where they want to go. And with some women, not all women, but like a woman like me, sometimes I don't really know where I want to go. So I have difficult times, but I know it is
Me
good
too.
in the beginning when a guy says, look, I have this planned out for us and I want to take you out. Or if the woman is asking, because now we live in a liberated world where women are changing reins, and so sometimes the woman is asking the man out, and it's cool too if she's saying, hey, I got this plan, let's go horseback
In-
riding
in
or
the
whatever
boot
we want to
camp?
do.
Well, professional
Okay.
courtesy, and then I'm gonna give it to my boy because I think he's really worked out this process. But I'm as courtesy. If I ask you out, I'm really, part of me allowing you to pick is also giving me some understanding of you, what you like, where you're at, who you are. So that's a part of me to getting to know your process. Period. That's why you asked. Now, to me, Maestro's Ruth Chris ain't nothing because I got a business. That's a write-off, boo.
I mean,
it's a write-off.
I mean, you're not
So,
directed at me.
You know what I mean? You know,
haven't
that's what I'm
been
saying.
out,
But I'm saying is, it's a write-off. So most dudes, I don't know many dudes, but I kick it with a certain type of level of dude. It's a write-off to them. So it wouldn't even matter whether you are engaged or not because I got to write it off anyway.
right, but it comes up all the time. So.
Oh, I don't know.
So in the boot camp phase, is when all these things transpire so that we can understand, I can understand what you are, you see. Because first of all, let's define what the difference between a male, a boy and a girl, a male and a female and a man and woman is? What's the difference? How can you determine what's the difference between them? What's the difference? What identifies them when you see them to tell you what's the difference between?
You tell
I'm
us.
trying to
You
figure
are
out the
breaking it
difference
down.
between a female and a woman.
Right,
Okay,
you
well,
go on and break it. You
okay.
break it down
Let me
because
break
you
it
don't
down.
want to come in
the
with
girl
these
I
with these
understand.
labels.
I can understand the girl part of it, but the female and the woman,
Okay,
I think,
so-
is where I'm a little
Okay, so
confused.
boys and girls define themselves by their physical, their bodies. The dude always yoked up. Everything he does is about the gym. He's all buffed up. He wants you to like him because he looks good physically. She wants you to look at her butt. She wants you to look at her body. They define themselves by their body. That's what
Okay.
boys and girls do. Okay.
Okay. I was thinking they would
Males
define themselves
and
by their
females,
maturity level.
males-
Right, that's
but-
what I was
but-
thinking
but-
too, because I think that's.
But in that,
I disagree, but
but
go
in
ahead.
that maturity level, but in that male, male and a female
Okay.
define themselves by possessions. What kind of purse they got, what kind of car they got. They want to talk about the trips they've been on. They want to go to Maestro's on the first date and all that. They're going to be appearance-like. They can have that status quo. They about the status quo. They about what looks good, what kind of car you driving. You know what I'm saying? What kind of house you living in? They want to put their big purse on the table. Everybody know they got this purse. They define themselves by material things. Okay, man and woman define themselves by their character, their substance. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
The ability that even though you might have asked to take me out, you know what I'm saying? But, they rather like, look, well, let's decide together on where we want to go. I know you asked me out, but I ain't going to put the whole thing on you. You know what I'm saying? Let's maybe look at what kind of food you like. Let's have a conversation, okay? They'll do that kind of thing, opposed to just like, oh, since you're going to ask, I'll take me to Maestro's. You know what I'm saying? That's what females do. That's what boys do. Males do. Males are like, yeah, girl asked where to go. He want her to take her to the finest place, make her spend all her money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about maturity.
No, no. You know what? I think you made as it settled. I think you made it physical. People who are immature do have to try to make up some way, and so they make up on
Come on, Doc.
physical appearance. I got that. It's a lot of guys who they in the gym and they know they can't hold a conversation, they can't nothing, but
Can't buy
I can
nothing,
just
no job.
look.
Yeah.
And many women know that. Women know they had that dude. They can't bring their mama, can't say nothing. He can't do nothing. The only thing he can do is be a good D down. You know what I mean? He physical. He all he can do is meet that itch, and he's sexy on that. I got you there. Mm-hmm. And then at that next level, you have somebody who they only can define themselves by the possessions they have. Mm-hmm. And I think we all should know that person or those people, because we all got those friends, right? Mm-hmm. Who it's about the watch I got, the clothes I got, the car I got, the stuff I got. That's all they talk about. It's about
this,
right.
I'm that.
Right. And so it goes, and like you said, that goes on not just on your clothes, but like, oh, this is my status, this is my got you. And then you get to a place where you
Kind of
meet
like
some
you
people.
just let us know your status.
I let people know my status.
You let us all.
So
know
you
your
just
status.
hit me.
He did.
I did.
Y'all wasn't listening.
What did I say? What did I say
Okay.
my status was?
I mean, you kind of said the people that I hang with, we're on a different level because we can use that as tax write-offs.
Well,
or
because
whatnot.
yeah,
I'm listening though, and I'm just trying to make sense of everything.
I hit you with one because you came back and started. You was very antagonistic about men. Y'all men do, and I don't know what dude. Wait, because we let you vent.
Go ahead.
I don't know what dudes.
I didn't vent, I was speaking.
I don't know what the dudes did to you.
Nobody's done
You know
anything,
what I mean?
and this is just
But what I'm
experience from other
saying
people that
is-
I was talking about.
What
Go ahead.
I'm saying is there are some dudes. It don't matter what type of money you spend because money is not an issue to them. I'm not here. I'm here for the experience with you. You get what I'm saying? Like to me, whether we're going to, if we're gonna go up to San Francisco, or whether we're gonna go sit at Harold and Bell's, or whether we sit at Red Lobster, it's because I'm trying to experience you. So the money is not an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. At what stage, or is there a time limit on how we go from boot camp to whichever stage? So the first stage is, of course, you meet and you're dating, or you can explain the first stage and second stage.
The first stage is that we attracted to each other. We see each other, we attracted to each other, we change numbers, we get to know each other for a while. We talking on the phone. Maybe we might go out on a couple of dates. You know what I'm saying? we cool like that. We just like getting to know each other. I'm seeing how you are on the day. You see how I am. I'm seeing your personality is the same from the first date to the second date. And all. So now I decide, based on that, do I want to hang out with you any further? Okay? And that's all that can be conceived, because see, the agents of both of us is trying to hold it together long enough to see what's cracking. If we can get past all this stuff to get you where we want. But no, if you stay in these two categories first, you have time for the agents to leave and get to see who they really are before you start having babies, buying cars, buying houses together, calling him my woman.
So you haven't. So the boo thing is the stage to have babies in and stuff.
No,
I just want to
no,
be clear.
no.
So what's the next stage then after a boo thing?
After the boo thing is my woman.
Oh, okay.
You my woman.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I make
Okay.
you my woman, and so this whole
So we
this-
go from being dating to being friends with benefits,
right.
then to being woman. And I think what she was saying is that women have a different perception,
do.
because we're not going to go from being friends with benefits then to being your woman. We're going to be your woman and your friend with benefits.
And that's why there's a lot of women that have went to that level, been let down, sitting home by themselves on their bed, sleeping by themselves on their pillow.
No,
You know
hold
what?
on, hold on. I cannot.
The
and
misconception
that may be
of-
good, but I
And
think
men
that
too.
so
And men too.
communication.
There's some men
So
that
that's
go-
when
some men
communication
don't-
But
comes
this
in.
misconception
They
that
were-
women are miserable because
Men-
they're single is such a
Let me-
misconception.
let me reiterate
Single women are
first.
not
Hold on, before you
miserable
go there.
sleeping on their bed waiting for a man.
Wait, before we go there, because I ain't trying to put no feathers.
Well, we not gonna
I'm
pull
trying
none
to say
because
that
we got
men
men
too.
that sit at
Men-
bars picking at
men-
women all
no,
day.
men do the
So
same
they're
thing too.
miserable
They
and
jump
lonely
that
too.
category. Then some happen men the same way too, and they end up by themselves because they do the same thing. So the criteria, what I'm saying, goes for both sexes. I'm not trying to single out both. Both of them do. It's on both sides of the fence.
Okay.
You know, sometimes men, they want to hurry up, make you their woman and whatever, and then they don't have no boot camp and no number to get to know you. Then when the girl do them, then yeah, they want to blame her. No, bro, you didn't get to know her. You didn't go to the proper procedure to know them. You didn't do, certain things. You got to get to know all that first. So it's both sides, and men go to bed lonely too. Trust me.
So
Being
let me-
single doesn't mean that you're lonely.
Can I
though.
ask?
But I'm
Can
But I'm
I
just
ask
saying,
this
just because you
question?
don't have somebody doesn't
What-
mean that you're
what-
lonely.
What questions? So let's take a person who, 'cause I don't know how long the process of the boot camp is, and let's say you really just don't have the patience nor the time to deal with going and playing this game, trying to figure a maneuver for 6 months or 9 months. So then, what are the questions one needs to ask? You think that should be asked so one can find out what's going on? What type of questions should one ask to find out if this girl is worth moving to that boo thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you?
How do you determine?
How do you determine? Because some people good at fooling you for.
And that's the same
for a
with
minute.
fellas too.
Okay.
No, and I'm saying that's why I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
in
Yeah.
either or.
Yeah.
For me, there's not about what question to ask.
Uh-huh.
It's what event and action that we doing that's gonna let me know exactly what they are. Okay, prime example.
Okay.
If I meet a woman, we go out to eat. I pay for the dinner. I pay for the parking and the movie tickets. But now it's time to get another drink. And you won't even go get, "No, I got that this time." Or the second date. She say, "You know what? Don't pay this time. You paid last time. I pay this time." There's certain things.
She a female then.
Yeah, I already finding out right now.
So if she gets
She a female.
Oh my God.
Y'all females. Y'all big dick things. That's why y'all laughing. Y'all females up here.
No, first of all-
I'm laughing because I'm listening to the terminology, and then
That's
dating
just one.
and that's my thing, and I think
But-
that's where
and that's-
everybody thing is different.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's
you're-
also a person that I would expressing that and knowing that you are expressing that, and
Thank
like
you,
we talk
Nora.
about communication, expressing that in the beginning.
He has to
We
tell you
talking
that?
about those things because we're not going out a second time.
But what I'm
That's
saying
what
is,
I'm
why
saying.
do
That's what I'm saying,
why does my boy have to come to you and say, "Hey,
You don't
we're
have
gonna
to
go
come
out
to
this,
me and say,
we're gonna
no,
go out
no,
on this
no,
date,"
no, no.
but I hope that you're gonna help me pick up the
no.
path.
See, you going? See,
No,
you
I'm trying to find out.
exaggerating.
I think
You
that's
exaggerating.
I think
No,
that's a mess.
when you are talking on the phone and you do those things, we all know that
if
when
they're
you
even
first
talking
get to
on the phone and
right.
not texting.
When you first get to know each other, and I like to talk to people. I like to get what's going on because texting can cause a whole bunch of miscommunication.
These comments,
So-
boy.
I already know.
What I'm saying is that when you're communicating in the beginning, And when you're getting ready to go out, it is good to know how a person feels about certain things, because then that determines if I do need to go out with you or not.
So I'm trying to find out, because I'm confused. There have been times I went out on a date with somebody and I really didn't have time enough to have that formal conversation on the phone. We got to meet, like, hey, let's schedule something so I can see you. So what if I don't get that formal conversation to have with you? This is our first time meeting when we go on this date.
Well, establish what it is. If you only buying one drink, buy one drink.
Right, and then don't
establish what it is.
Cut it off.
But
I'm
the thing-
sorry.
The thing about it, it's not the issue of whether do buying a drink. It's not. That's not the issue.
But if you have
what is it
if
though?
you
'Cause
have
that's what
certain
you brought.
expectations,
You brought it up,
What
so
I'm
it got to be an
saying,
issue
if
because
you
you're
have
saying you're
expectations-
determining on the character of a woman, so you can be just let somebody just go because she didn't get the second drink.
No, but
if
I'm
you
saying,
have
no.
expectations of a person, that person should know the expectations
Right.
you have for them.
Right.
Hi Z,
You
welcome
have
to Talk That Talk.
expectations
But
already.
you will find that out in the boot camp stage at first. You're right. I'm not saying on the first day they don't buy it, I'm gonna stop seeing them. No, I'm gonna go on another day before and I'm gonna see what how their rhythm is with the situation. Now, by the third date, maybe if I'm seeing that, okay, I've seen this all the way down to the third date. All right, this is my decision. If I like it, still stay with them, and that's my decision.
And by the third date,
So
she should know your
You
expectations.
know, I think what happens in dating, I think it's complicated, because I think everybody comes with different expectations. Because personally, for me, and maybe it's me, and maybe I get God. I personally take
God.
it. I get God. You know
You
what
go
I
on
mean?
dates
Because
still
I
right now?
personally
You
feel
just a
like
nice person.
Do you go on dates right now?
no,
Oh, okay.
but I
Because
personally
you said I
feel.
get God, so I thought it was
I
like
said
current.
I was going back into my dating.
Okay,
world.
so because I just want to, we
in
got to
my-
be clear for the
in my
listeners.
dating world.
Okay, thank
I
you.
got because I just took on, and it could be I was raised by my grandparents. I took on a traditional role. I just didn't want you to pay. I didn't even want you to show me that. You know what I mean?
And I mean, and some men
I don't
don't.
even. I
So
don't even
then-
like you looking at the bill. Personally, me.
And I know somebody like that too. I know
You know what I
somebody
mean?
like that too. That
That's
don't
me.
like. I know a couple
Like if
of
you
guys like
touch
that.
it,
you
you gonna pay for it, because you
That
shouldn't
or
be
you
looking
smell-
at something and touch it. Now that's personally
and
me,
that's
and I'm an old
men,
school
a
cat.
lot
like
of men,
that.
and so that's what I'm saying. So to that, a lot of men are like that. So to what you're saying, so what if a female is used to going out with guys like that?
Right.
Where it ain't no expectation. So you're technically about to let somebody go that can possibly move to your boo thing stage, but you're basing it off, I brought the popcorn and the pizza and the movie ticket, and she didn't buy the second drink, so I
I'm
may
not
not
about
go.
to let her go.
I'm not.
I never said nothing about to
I
let
know,
her
but
go.
I'm saying, but the question, please let me
No,
finish.
you
The
would be-
question was, they said, how do you determine? And you use that as a example. So to that example, I'm asking, like, you can't. I don't really feel
Would you-
that's something you should be really feeding off of, because if a woman is used to something over here and then meet you and you expecting her to get this,
Well,
second
maybe he
drink,
means reciprocity. What did you do?
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask. But
You know what I
at
mean? What did a woman do at that moment for
but
reciprocity?
at what stage do you?
You
go
should
for
show
the
reciprocity at any date. You should be happy to be thankful.
So I understand being happy to be thankful, but kind of what he said was, if you go for a second drink,
then she should get it right. If you get that, you should get it.
So
That's
now
all-
we need
that's-
to. So we need to go Dutch and pay separate checks for whatever
Right,
extra you
right.
get.
No, that's not a metaphor for
Okay.
like
Okay, break it down.
past. Like on the first day, I might buy everything. That's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, the next time
Exactly,
we go out,
Norm. Exactly.
actually we go on the next one, we start getting to know each other a little better, and then we decide on we're gonna put some things in. I'm gonna see where you at. Not that you got to, but I just want to see if it's in your mind at all. Period. Or you just like, hey, let me just get all I'm gonna get out of this, and then I'm gonna counsel you out. Who knows how it goes? So you find all these things out, opposed to asking questions. And people say all kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? People
So-
determine who they are all day long.
So can I ask you this question? Say we gonna build a scenario. Say you went out with a woman and
woman?
you enjoyed yourself, a woman, because I know you don't do females. So,
I don't know they females until I go out.
but I'm just saying. But you went out with a woman and you discovered in the first date she has presented herself as a woman.
Okay.
So she's
Girl,
presented herself
BB.
as a woman, and now you want to go to the second, or maybe on the first date she may not. Oh, somebody.
Thank you so much, Noel Blake, for the super chat. Thank you so much.
So-
we appreciate it.
So if the woman doesn't show the reciprocity that you're talking about, say on the second date, will you let her know? This is kind of what my expectations.
Right,
I like it when a woman. Are you going to communicate that, or will you just keep going out with her?
And then when she don't show it, it's like bye.
What I'm gonna do with that situation is I'm gonna determine as I go out with them. Maybe I just want to see them anyway, and that's just fine with me. And that's what it is. At some point, I don't really care about what they are because at this point, I'm gonna have my fun. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
So if you really like her, she don't got to pay for the second drink.
Let me go to some of these
Y'all wanna
comments.
go to the
Let me go to
second-
no.
All right.
Let me go to some of these comments. So we got useful servant of God. Said, I told my wife I was not trying to be her boyfriend. I was trying to be her husband. 10 months later, we were married. 14 years. Congratulations to you all. And then A. Renee said, don't expect me to pay for a drink just because you pay for the food and parking. If you can't afford to date, then don't go out. BB said it's so many stages. And then Norm said,
We all broke.
he said, sounds like the problem is everybody broke. Right, Norm? And then
Norm, we can play Big Bang, take Little Bang.
And then we got Wifey. She said no expectations. And
Anytime.
again, there should be communications. But I do like what Z Status said. I think try to treat your date to a nice time and cover the bills completely. If you can't, then go out at the park or something. Exactly. And I think that's a lot of men, back to this maestro thing. Like, you don't have to go to maestros to have like a nice date. I've had this communication with A1 at one point. Like, to me, I feel like a man that kind of go out of his way to do something like the park, a basket with some sandwiches or something. A lot of thought went into that. Anybody can pick up the phone and make reservations to maestros. Like I've shared on here before, my best date was sitting in the car watching a movie at a park. He had the food, the he had a bottle. We sat there, then got out and walked the park.
Right.
That was one of my best dates because it was thoughtful.
What was that? That was the first one?
That was the second.
Yeah. Well,
happened to him?
I think
That was the second one.
Yeah, because I always think that I think on the
He
first
wasn't
one.
ready.
He-
Yeah, he wasn't.
Let me read this real quick. So
Yeah, he wasn't.
Bijan says there are too
I
many
wasn't about
rules,
to stay
and Gregory says, says to solve all these money questions, take her on a walk at the park or a cup of coffee. Keep it simple.
I mean, I just said that. That was one of my best
That's why
days.
I wanted to
But
kinda
again,
read
so
it.
this is where I said when I was saying earlier when you was like I was so hostile, whatnot.
You was, but you came back. You came back down, though.
So let me get back to where I was because y'all don't listen when I'm not like this. No, I'm just playing. But
Okay.
no, because what I was saying was to what Gregory just stated. When you ask the woman out, and this is for any man that's in somebody DMs or trying to take her out, be thoughtful. Don't ask her though, and it can be like that on the first date. Why can't men take initiative?
Most of y'all women are not. All these dudes taking y'all to coffee and doing all of that. Y'all got options. And we need to start talking now. Y'all got options.
I can't.
And the dude who took you to Starbucks.
I just told y'all what to do.
Come on, man.
I just told y'all what
it
to do.
sound good.
Wait, the dude.
It sound good though.
I
Wait,
just
the
told
dude that
y'all
took you
what
to
to
Starbucks.
do.
What you think that?
I'm saying-
you
I
think
just
that
told
women
you
are
what to
picking
do.
men on the status?
I think women want to be taken care of.
women.
I just told y'all.
Even
So
if you
just
got a
because-
job, every woman want a man. They want to make sure a man. Y'all been raised and geared. When we ask y'all, what do you think? So hopefully, I think a lot of women are dating to be. Y'all said be your man. When you say that man, I ask you for them characteristics. I promise you, the P word is gonna come in it. The P word comes always in American women. The P word is called provider. If a man ain't showing you he a provider going to Starbucks, y'all gotta stop playing us tonight.
That's not
true.
true. I disagree.
Come on, y'all got me to
It's a
come
lot
out.
of people
disagree.
EDD. It's a
I
lot of people
disagree.
EDD balling right now can go to my stores. That don't mean they're gonna be able to provide
you
for you
gotta look
forever.
through that. There's so many people sleeping on their mama floor. Come on now, if anybody
Starbucks
going for
is
that, then shame
intimate
on
setting.
them. That yes,
I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about where you
getting
eat.
to know me.
I'm
That
just
mean
not
you're
talking about where
getting to
you
know
getting
me.
to eat. I'm not just talking about where you eat at. I'm talking about the presentation of a man coming to you. That you're going to take a man more serious that puts on the presentation that he can provide than the man who cannot. So I don't even know. Just to say there's so many men sleeping on their mama's floor. Well, obviously him sleeping on his mama's floor must be a stigma.
No,
I
said that to the extent that you're saying.
Would you date a man sleeping on your mama's floor?
No,
Thank
especially if you're taking me to Maestro's, that means your priorities is messed up.
I'm
That's
taking you to
but
Starbucks and I sleep on my mama's floor.
But I said that to the extent of the question of saying when you said they got to show themselves in the beginning. I don't think that's necessarily true.
That's
see
why
you.
I said that. I'm gonna take you to Starbucks. I sleep on my mama's floor because I'm trying to get into your bed. You gonna date me?
No, because you're not getting in my bed. I barely date the dudes that can afford to go to Maestro's without the EDD.
Yeah, that's true.
Quiet.
No, that is true.
I mean, it is.
That's true.
I mean, I don't care about that. Like, and I think that's where a lot of people miss. Every woman isn't out like for that. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say every woman was out for money. Every woman is out for making sure that if they gonna make a man their man, that man can be able to provide to meet their needs
if needed.
If
and they needed, every woman needs her needs.
Can you?
They should be able to provide.
Can you please let me finish?
Go ahead.
And I go back to say if needed because of the show that we had about
Jackie.
If you get into a bind, will somebody be able to provide whatever you are in need of in that moment? That's why
y'all get married. You get married. So y'all telling me when you get married. You get let's because some of this stuff gotta be real. Let's say y'all together, y'all move, and the man y'all finally say this is gonna be your man, your woman. Somebody gonna choose on where we gonna stay at because we're gonna move in together. Let's say he choose to be at your spot. Do he now assume your rent, or you keep paying your rent?
Are we paying?
No, we either go in together or we come into a common agreement. Frank, you got to remember, you just said that you a traditional guy.
No, I'm just saying. I know a lot of women. I got a lot of women
because you're a traditional guy, and not only
okay.
that, you're that type of guy that would do that. So your expectations are there. There are a lot of women who would communicate. I would hope they would communicate and at least say go half.
But you will find all that out in those two stages, though.
And the boot thing, and the
you will find all that out in those stages. Way before you decide to be
counseling,
a man and woman, and we don't know who's gonna be at whose house. All that's worked out before all that. And if we even want to be to that level, we'll find that out.
Most of the time, what I'm saying is most of the time, when you counsel in relationships, majority of the time we find ourselves coming in these problems. It's a money problem. It's a sex problem.
Right.
Honestly, tell you the truth, it comes into those areas. And when you start talking to a lot of women, or you hear a lot of women complaining, no, it can be that. It can be. I mean, it's always a spiritual problem.
Your energy can just be so bad that you like. Man, every time I turn around, you like mean. Like what? You know, you like a whole day. I get 2 hours of niceness. The rest of the time, you just like
boo.
For real.
Yeah, this is after boot thing.
This is like in between. You find that out in those camp.
Okay. Yeah. So you find that out before boot thing.
I say that to say is I think that one of the reasons why it's so hard, especially in black male-female relationships, and us to get because people don't want black women sometimes don't want to state. When you date any other race, they state the obvious.
You know what?
I'm looking for you. I'm looking for if I'm going to settle down with you, and I'm going to submit to you, and I'm going to be your boo. I need you to take care of me. In every other race, every other culture, that is known out here.
You know why?
Baby, I can do it myself.
Frank, you know why?
Oh man, y'all gotta
because
stop
sometimes, this. And no, it's not that women are doing it on purpose. It's a learned behavior. Sometimes it's how life has been. So that is something that really, really happens. And then when you don't feel like a man is supposed to take care of you, you're looked down upon. Or when you don't feel like that's how it should be, you're looked down upon as a woman. Oh, every woman wants this. Every woman wants that. You want to go half with a man? You don't want to pay everything? Then it's like you look down upon. So
I'm not saying you can go half.
No,
you can go with.
But what I'm saying is that we do want somebody who is able, that you don't have to provide for. I would say that women do want a man that they don't have to provide for.
Well, most men.
I think that expectation is low. I think, honestly, and I give it back
exactly,
to this man.
and that's
I think
why
the expectation is low.
Don't
if the expectation is, I just don't want you. I don't want to have to give money to you. That's a low ass expectation.
No, listen to what I'm saying. You're what I'm saying is that there are people who are willing to go half with their mate. They might not have it, but they might give them everything else. They just might not be there financially. And is that okay? No, but there are women we do want men who are able to provide for us.
But when I think about providing, let me clarify this. Providing is not just money.
Right.
I think money is included, but I don't think providing is money that I gotta take care of all your. I'm saying when a woman talks about a man being providing, you want to know the man is going to
In
be
every way,
there
yes.
and take care
Right.
of it. And I'm saying that part of that also is women is looking at a man as his finance. As my sister said, he can be a nice guy. He can be a wonderful guy. That's what she just said. But if he's sleeping on his mama's floor, she not giving him no chance.
None.
Well, how do these men that be sleeping on their mama floor anyway?
But see, now there we go.
Can I
again.
read this?
Go back to the
they
girl.
having kids
Girl,
and all
no,
that
set
stuff.
it. He gonna set it. No,
They
that's what he
said, Frank, why are you mad?
Can I
Frank
go
not
to this?
mad.
No,
Frank
Can I
not
go to
mad.
this comment real quick?
I'm not mad at all.
So Bijan says men in my generation don't want to take care of women. They want to be taken care of by the women.
Mm-hmm.
And she's 27.
Okay.
Go get you a toy.
Okay. Men, first of all, like I was saying,
Like,
about
I'm
the-
passionate. Thank
the
you,
criteria
Bijan.
of the different divisions. Men got their money. Men got their stuff together. They don't need you. They don't need to have to not be able to provide for you. That's automatic. They provide for themselves already. Men providing for themselves already way before I got worried about providing for you. See, we want to throw these males and these boys who not doing that, and we want to call them men, and then we want to say something bad about men. Men want to say something bad about women. These girls out here who work at the same job she work at, drive the same kind of car she do, but they ain't giving our woman qualities. But we want to put her as a woman and say women ain't this. That's the problem right here. Period. A man, you ain't got to worry about him knowing he can provide because he already provided for himself. He gonna already provide for you. And a woman don't work.
Renee.
A woman, her first interest is not. She already got hers. It's to bring ours together because I'm already got mine. I'm getting mine. So put mine with yours. We cool. It ain't about whether I want you to take care of me. That's off the. I want us to take care of each other.
But
And that's what
would
men
you
and
say
women do? We come in when you get to that stage. That's
Reciprocity,
where
right?
But
That's where we at.
would you say this though? I think this is as a man, if you see somebody who a little boy, you say that's a boy.
Yeah, call him what he is. Don't call him
But
a man.
a lot of times, a lot of women don't know how to make that distinguishment among their friends. You still considering her a woman when I'm saying that's a little girl playing little girl games.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is if you listen to other men will let you know if that's a man
yes.
or if that's a boy.
And
But
will
women
too.
don't listen to other men. They're listening to themselves and they look at him and say, well, he look like a man, but he's not one.
I've
And
had
I think
women-
that's the challenge.
I've had women tell me that's a little girl.
I haven't had women tell me.
women who tell me. No,
You
I've had
you
women.
haven't had that in
I've
back in
had
your
women
days.
who tell me that right there that you're talking about right there. They let me know that's a girl or a female. Women will let me know that.
Well, I did have one girl tell me that, but she was trying to move up.
Women will
She was
let me
trying to
know
move
that.
on me.
She was trying to move in.
So
And
she-
so you
she
got to be
dated a
careful,
friend.
and you got to be careful with that because women do that. Women do that.
It'd be
Women
like-
are girls and females
Women-
do that. Women don't do that.
Women-
Girls
women
and
do
females
that.
do that. Women don't do that.
I'm sorry.
And there's
Okay.
very few of both of those
No, well-
existing right now.
Noel said women would rather have security than love nowadays.
That's a
That's
Yeah.
a whole nother topic right there. That's a
security
whole-
more than love.
Oh man.
We in trouble.
Security will.
Somebody
what
said,
happens with
okay, when the
security?
show is over, who's paying for the food? We ain't gonna put them out there like that, but we got somebody.
We know, right?
we know.
We know who paying for the food.
The
one
producer,
thing,
that's
the one
who
thing
own
I
the
can say
show.
is that the one thing I can say is that
A1 is paying for the food.
I don't really know Derek, so I can't really speak for him. I hope that he's a gentleman, but because I know A1 and because I know Frank, I can say that they are two gentlemen. And being out with Frank, he is that type of person who you better not. Don't look at the bill. Don't do none of that.
I never been out with Frank, but he seems like that.
He does that for everybody.
And
not
that's
just
open
even
my
his
my
front
friends.
door.
friends.
Thank you.
That's women who are my friends. I just think
Yes.
that there comes a moment and a time
We in trouble.
where I just believe, and I think part of it is this. I'm a very I'm a natural Virgo. I'm a very controlling man. If I
y'all hear that?
if I want
Controlling.
my control, I think you also you can't ask for control and ask for this certain way of looking at being a man, but then I'm going to tell you to go Dutch.
Right.
You know what I'm
Please
saying?
say that again.
You
Please
right.
say that
You know what I'm
again. Or you looking for me to buy
then
the
you're-
second drink.
Because, like you said, when you start giving up,
Leave my blue alone. Wait, hold on.
Right.
Where the producer at?
the producer right here,
Your girl over here been throwing bombs all
I
night
am
long.
not. That's what I'm here for.
You're not gonna
Whoever
throw
don't
bombs at my
like
boy
it,
like that. My boy
I
said he
wanna-
wants some
I'm here
reciprocity.
I want to speak to this comment about security
Don't worry,
versus love.
I got a clip for her later.
Go ahead.
Y'all she talking.
At some point,
where I know her from.
I already told you. At some point,
Oh,
I
shit.
already told you where.
Yeah. I remember.
I remember.
And it's all
Hold on, hold on,
flowing back
you
to
go.
my
I'm holding it. I'm holding my mule.
We're going to get to that conversation. in a
Go ahead,
minute.
go ahead, go ahead.
All right.
Woo,
No, I was
man,
just-
this show good. Go ahead, T.
I just wanted
Oh
to
my
speak to
God.
the security versus love, because at some point, love has to carry you through some things that security can't carry you through. And when it comes to security being maybe money, because money can run out or things can happen or it doesn't settle happiness. I mean, unhappiness. Money doesn't settle unhappiness, but love does. So you do need love. I would take love and security, but I would definitely take love and not security with no love.
And if
That's what a woman would say. But you
If
said
that's
right
a-
there is what a woman would say.
If a woman, and honestly, tell you the truth, if female woman, if our female counterparts are saying that, if that's the theme, you can take security over love, then that's the reason why that's why there's gonna be a bunch of side chicks, concubines,
Yes.
and that's why men can have multiple, because there's men, again, like
That's
I
true.
said,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
there's men that
Say it
money is
again.
not a problem.
Not a
I can
problem,
take
and
care
they
of
got,
you here, I
they
can
got
take over
3
there.
homes. They
Yeah,
got
like
3
that
homes.
means nothing
Literally,
to them.
it means
You know what I mean?
And then a
So,
person
like-
is still not secure in
And-
themselves, because anytime that you feel like that's what's going to carry you through, that person, like you said, he has options. Money is nothing to him. That's building
You
him
gonna be like
up.
R. Kelly? They gonna R. Kelly you?
Let me read what Gregory said.
That was security, baby.
Let me read what Gregory said. He said, if you are a woman on a date and you're thinking about if he's paying the bill, it must be a bad date. Laughing out loud. And then Z said, you shouldn't want a submissive partner. You should want someone strong.
No. No.
Well, being submissive is being strong.
Right.
No, that strong black woman stuff is overrated. You can kick it to the dogs. Nobody wants it.
That's
Well,
the feminist stuff.
Yeah,
It's
nobody
feminist.
wants
It's
it.
not about
Nobody want a strong black woman. What people want is a woman who
Wait a
smells
minute,
good,
Noel, what?
feel good,
I
and
wanna-
smell. Nobody
I
want a
wanna-
strong
Wait,
black woman.
Noel,
I just
no.
want a black woman.
Hold on. I don't want a strong black female and girl. That's what I don't want.
You want a
I don't
strong
want a strong
woman?
I
black
want a
woman.
strong
Why
woman.
don't you want a strong woman?
I don't want a strong female and girl because
Why
they
don't
come
you want a
off and they ruin it for women.
Because I'm not marrying
in
you
the
for
way
your
they are, because they act this
Wait a
strong thing and
Wait,
they're not even equipped with the stuff to be a woman, so they get categorized as a woman and
they
destroy the woman's.
I want to know what being strong is. Y'all
No,
got to
no, no,
define
no,
that
so-
stuff for me.
black
Okay, so
women-
we got his
let me
now.
say this.
Please say
Black men are not marrying you because you strong. I don't care about anything
Right.
about your strength. I don't need strength. I don't need you to go knock down no trees. I don't need you to go pick up. I don't need you to fight in a fight right now. That's not what
strong,
I don't
so
need
that's
the
strong.
strength.
I can't.
I want a woman who's tender, who's loving and nurturing. I want you to be a woman. I don't care about your strength. Your strong black woman is for your mom.
Oh, okay.
It's not for me.
Okay, we got a caller. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hi, caller.
I'm doing pretty good. I just stumbled on your show on YouTube right now, and I was seeing that the ladies are saying that security is real important, and then they started debating over love and security.
Okay.
They're on the same page. One thing I did notice is women love security, and it seems like they love security more than they probably will love their mate. And I give you a quick example of that. Not to sound like a pure hater or nothing, but could be in a relationship and things are going to go good as long as that woman's getting to the level that she wants to. But it's not reciprocal because, say, if you're a musician, you might need somebody to stay at home and keep the fires burning at home. You know, it's really a business. You two are building together a life. So you can, as a man, you can help her out with her education to where she can get her degrees,
Right.
go in her chosen field. Now, the man's usually an anchor, and that's a great thing to a woman. You know what I mean? She needs a place to stay, lightens her load or whatever, okay, on her bill so she could pursue her dream.
Right.
When the shoe's on the other foot, when she gets her degrees,
She
things
right.
kind of change because
Yep.
maybe
She gotta-
options open up for her and a new lifestyle.
Right, 'cause she
well,
might
if
be
the
getting
guy, sure, yeah, but see, it takes time to do all this, right? And I understand what you're saying right there. Say 5 years goes by. That's a good increment to measure your progress from. I don't care who you are. That's a good way to look at it. So it
Right.
takes 5 years to degree up for her. Okay, the guy's like, hey, I've been there for you. You know, it wasn't all bad. We're ready to go to the next level. I'm ready to get my rock star on. So the guy starts going out to these clubs. He's performing. He gets what's called momentum going. You have good shows, working your ass off. You know, you're studying every week. You didn't get something right at that gig before last week. You sure checked yourself and you practiced, and now you're putting it to the audience, and they're going to give you the feedback.
Right.
So that's your momentum. You can fall levels or you can jump.
Right. But are
when
you...
women notice that...
Hold on, let me ask you a question. We just trying to get to what your point is. So are you trying to say that a woman will prefer a guy with security to get what she wants, and then what she does, she's out of there? Is that what you're kind of leading up to?
That could be the case, because whenever she knows that you're launching and you're getting good feedback and good results, your options and your lifestyle changes. You're going to be getting better women. You have a better fit to choose from. It's monkey branching. It's monkey branching.
You're going to a whole
women do it all the time.
But I think that's what I was saying earlier. When security doesn't carry you through, love does.
Love does. So thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller. Trying to
what happened? Right. So let me ask that.
Noel said, "Wait, can I just say this? Because it's funny." Yeah. Noel said, "I believe the caller knows my wife. I can't."
What happens in this? So when you're in the process, how do you be able to? What are the signs of knowing longevity?
Right.
What is the signs of knowing that you're not going to get bored or this person is not?
And how long does this take? How long is this boot camp?
How do you get to figure out, as you're going to go through stages of life, we're going to grow together and not be able, how do you see that through that process?
Well, on a mature level, the boot camp is 6 months to a year.
Okay.
Okay. That's boot camp.
Okay.
Okay. 6 months to a year.
So what's before boot camp?
That is the beginning. That's the beginning. You meet and we
you like sign up when you get your numbers. That's the sign up.
Yeah,
when you exchange numbers.
So
It's totally different
6 months to a year
for me.
Then the boot camp stage is a year to 3 years. Okay. Then after that, then you my woman.
3.
Okay.
You got a lot. It's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot.
But see, it's
I don't think I got that much time.
Man.
But you know what? But the reason why it's a lot, because you don't need to be now. You my woman or you my fiance, and I found out now that you got 3 or 4 girls across town. All this other stuff going on. We don't jump so fast past knowing. Let our agents leave and knowing each other that we will hurry and do something to make sure somebody else don't get you or somebody don't have you. I want you to be mine and all that. And then when it breaks down, everybody want to say you ain't nothing, the man ain't nothing, this and that and that.
Between boot camp, can you date multiple people in the boot camp?
That depends on your conversation in the boot camp with the person. Because in the boot camp, we realize we cool with seeing other people, seeing each other in the boot thing. We realize that. Okay.
So when you become friends with benefits for 3 or 4 years, are you still dating other people with friends with benefits?
That's all decided
in the contract.
You get an entanglements.
You know that's all decided in the boot camp. Then in the boot thing, we got to understand what we doing. If we just all by ourselves, we doing it like this, we doing it like that. We only gonna be friends. We gonna be this. We get that straight.
I got it.
Okay.
Now get it straight. But we boyfriend and girlfriend. We fiancés. Now we getting it straight. That's too late.
Nah, that is
we gonna be trying to get it straight then.
So let me tell you this: how do you curve? And this is the thing I think people rush to get a security, and what I mean by security of a definition of a relationship.
Yes, I agree. I said that
because
on the last show.
I think it's because of hormones connected to your heart. If I can say that.
And possession.
It's about sex connected to your heart. You get what I'm saying? Like some people know that they only can have sex without feelings or sex without emotions so long before before it's gonna become problematic.
Or with certain people.
Right. So it's like if I'm feeling you and I'm with you. I'm feeling you. The chemistry's there, and you meet whatever my criteria is. isn't it dangerous to be in the boot camp for a year to 3?
Let me answer
I
that.
think that's dangerous
Let me
for a
answer
woman.
that. Let me
Yeah.
answer
That
that.
three-
Let me
that
answer
3
that. Let me
years
answer that.
is-
You said the chemistry is there, right? Chemistry. Well, guess what? The chemistry is a chemical thing, like getting high. The chemistry comes down. What happens when the chemistry fall? Okay, the chemistry fall now. Okay, and I gotta go try to chase that high again, and I done made you somebody that you shouldn't be right now.
I got you.
So the chemistry, we can't go off chemistry. If you stay long enough, you're gonna see the chemistry gonna fall, and now we're gonna see if we got compatibility past the chemistry to carry on to something else.
Got
And then
you.
the chemistry is built on a better foundation. Because we all start with this chemistry, a little tickling in my stomach. Oh, I'm feeling all this when I talk to you on the phone. That's all great.
But you know what? No, I want to make a
I made you
difference.
my woman.
I want to make a
Now the
difference
chemistry,
of.
down the butterflies is gone. Ain't no more butterflies in the stomach.
But I think that that's the difference I want to make. I want to make the difference of the infatuation,
Exactly, Bijan.
the infatuation, and the chemistry. I want to just bring everybody. There's been that one person that if I just let you pause right now, it's been that one person that I don't care what it been. They be consistent. Even thinking about them now can get your chemistry rocking. That person is not infatuation. That is a person who you have. There is a place that you can transcend
That's a connection.
beyond. There's a connection that you can transcend beyond. And I think the problem that we have, and if we can go back, I think the problem is majority of people who are going to date are only dating because of flesh connections. I think it goes back to what you said. It's just flesh connections. They just like. I guess it goes back to if we don't like. We may not like the term, but it's real. He said, girls and females, or boys and males. We're dating at this low plane, and so we don't know how to transcend beyond that, because I think there's a problem when I'm not saying chemistry may not be off, but chemistry shouldn't die, because what I learned, I know I did pay attention to something in biology. I learned that you don't lose, energy is never lost. It's transferred, right?
Right.
And so therefore, when we losing it, you throw that battery away, and that's what you're doing in your relationships, because it's never meant to lose. Even when you got positive and negative,
it should still be. It should be,
Okay.
and that's why you said it's somebody that we all probably have experienced, that one person.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it just be feeling like you ain't never lost nothing.
never
I just
lost the
had this
connection.
conversation
You
with
still
someone.
had
She
that-
was saying
that-
she hadn't seen this guy, and then they lost. I forgot what happened, but anyway, it was like as if nothing was. They was able to pick right up. And all the other people she was dealing with, it was just to fill this void. There was lust. And I just need this feeling. But then when this person came, it was like nobody, who are you?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, but I also experienced people who've been married 5-10 years. The chemistry was good for them 5 or 10 years, and all of a sudden the chemistry wasn't good no more.
Got it.
Okay,
Right.
the chemistry wasn't good no more. So they did transfer to other people. So so the possibility of all this is all relevant, but at the same time, it is that
You go back to knowing. Yeah, like the boot camp.
it
I
goes back
got
to
you.
the boot camp to who I know who you are, and
So-
even if the chemistry files off. But the foundation we built from boot camp to boot thing will still allow us to be friends and not enemies, because we decided that we want to take our chemistry.
I just think
someplace
women.
else.
Okay, now I gotta
think women
ask
gonna kill
And we
somebody.
gotta
I
do-
gotta ask Derek this question
Go on
real
and ask
quick.
this, and we gonna wrap it up after
Okay,
that. So
I just
let's
want. So the boot camp, have you been through it? Have you done it? And does it work for you?
I'm in it right now.
Okay.
And how long is the boot camp so far?
Boot camp round for me, it's been about 9 years.
What? But
It's a thin
Let me explain
line.
why.
9 years in a boot camp,
Between
and then you made it
love
to
and
the.
hate.
You know what? On that note, y'all, we gonna
It's
thank
a
you
thin
guys.
line.
We gonna thank you guys for
He gonna
tuning
kill.
in.
And we
Wait a
happy.
minute.
And we, hold on. And we happy and still together. And all
Y'all
the
better
folks
get y'all life
who jumped
insurance.
into certain things and made a man, wife, and husband, fiance. They all gone. They've been resolved and finished. And me and her still friends.
That's right.
Y'all
We're
still
friends. We
That
still
boot
Oh,
camp
so
work
y'all
for
boot
you.
the
We-
boot
we-
camps,
we tight friends.
but it ain't no boot thing though.
We
She
are
friends
tight-
with benefits.
tight friends.
Ain't no boot thing. Ain't
Friends
no
with
boot
benefits?
My
thing.
best friend.
It ain't no boot
Okay.
thing though.
Is it
Hey,
friend with
my boot
benefits?
That's my best friend.
But you
That's
said
my
boot
best
camp.
friend.
I think that's
Yes.
what.
We passed boot camp. We in the boot thing.
Oh, y'all
that's
in the
what-
boot
so
thing
when you said
stage.
camp, that's what we all was like. Wait, 9 years in the boot
Okay,
camp.
y'all in the booth.
Okay, yeah. That's
Okay.
what we all
But
was like.
9
Wait,
years.
9 years.
Yeah, not T.
Okay, not me either.
No,
T said not her,
Yeah.
and I'm saying not me. But ain't no ring or nothing. Ain't no
There you go
ring.
to symbolism. What is
I'm
that?
asking.
There you go,
Oh,
that's
this
symbolism.
is we doing part two because I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But we gonna thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for tuning in. We gonna let everybody.
messing up something good with all that symbolism.
Thank Thank you so much
If
for
you got
tuning
anything
in
with anybody, get
to
it.
Talk That Talk. When I say I wanted to read some of these comments, but I couldn't get to them, but I'm
Y'all
gonna come
was
back
lit.
and get
Y'all
at
was
y'all.
holding
Please tell y'all
Anybody
friends to
wanna say-
subscribe to this.
Yeah,
All right.
subscribe, like, share.
I hope y'all invite me back. Man.
Part
Yeah,
two,
because we want to hear.
to know.
Part two, because we want to hear about these 9 years
Yeah,
and
that
ain't no
symbolism.
ring,
Yeah, that
and then he's talking
symbolism.
about this symbolism.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
come on,
If you die,
right.
you better have some symbolism.
man.
symbolism.
Thank you so much for
Government gonna take
tuning in.
everything.
I'm Sherika Nicole. You want to go and introduce yourself one more time?
Hi, I'm T. It's always a pleasure to be here. The comments was lit tonight. We want y'all to
Lit.
come back next Thursday. Come on, make these comments lit. Like, share, subscribe.
I was Frank the Love Doctor. I'm the Laugh Doctor. I'm the Laugh Doctor now, baby.
For real, I'm right. I'm laughing with you.
I just want to let y'all
I
know.
would say miss,
I
but
want to
I'ma
let
say-
y'all know. Y'all can follow my boy, but I promise y'all, buy you a bulletproof vest, because black women ain't going for this stuff. I just say
You mean black females and girls ain't?
what right? And them
Let's keep it
ones with
100.
and they will
Girls,
shoot you.
Black
females, and
ones.
women.
White
He
ones
got,
either.
he got
Whoever
the
all,
three.
they'll kill you.
Whoever they
And
are.
I'm Derek. Y'all, nice to meet everybody.
Thank you so much.
All
I'm
right.
Sherika. Don't forget to follow me
Peace.
at I'm Sherika Nicole. See y'all.
See ya.